Hello and welcome back to Planet Nibiru, where anything is possible. This video brought to you by dialaplate.org, the automotive phone book. Last week, we talked about the Antikythera mechanism, but that isn't the first out-of-place historic artifact which has been blamed on aliens. In 1912, a Polish book dealer named Wilfred Voynich traveled to Villa Mondragon in Italy, where he discovered and purchased a very old and very rare and mysterious book from the Jesuit priests who lived there. The book bore no title upon its cover and no author within. It contained hundreds of pages of detailed yet bizarre illustrations surrounded by text that is written in an unknown language, or possibly even a code of some type. For the remainder of his life, Voynich became completely obsessed with decoding the book's words and diagrams to try and understand who wrote it, when and where it was written, and what it all meant. Unfortunately, he made absolutely no progress in this venture. Having dedicated his entire life to unlocking the book's secrets, Voynich died having come no closer to answering any of these questions than he did the day he purchased the book. The book has been given the name the Voynich Manuscript after Voynich, the man who found it. The Voynich Manuscript was passed around from one cryptographer to another throughout history, with both American and British codebreakers attempting to decode it during both world wars. It has come to be one of the most famous unsolved codes in the entire history of cryptography. Even using the most sophisticated computer cryptanalysis techniques available to us today, we have still not even come close to solving it. Linguists from all over the world have examined the manuscript and concluded that its contents are not written in any natural historic language that we know of, and this one fact only leaves two likely alternatives. Either the book was written in a very old language that we are completely unaware of that was lost to time, or the other option is that it was written using a cipher or a secret code to disguise the true contents of the text. This means that whatever is written in the Voynich manuscript is of such high importance and significance that the author felt it necessary to painstakingly encode every word. The animal skin parchments that the manuscript is written on was recently carbon dated, and results have shown that the book was written sometime between 1404 and 1438. Cryptography was very basic at this time in history, and the only effective method at the time was discovered in the 15th century, over 100 years later. This method was the use of substitution ciphers, in which each letter of the alphabet is simply swapped with another. Using modern computers, we have long been able to crack such simple ciphers with ease. In fact, we have been able to crack every known cipher up to the 18th century, which is long after the Voynich manuscript was supposedly written. Yet this one mysterious book still remains uncrackable with all of our computing power. The illustrations in the book consist of a variety of herbal plants, as well as nude women bathing, astrological symbols, and visual metaphors. Adding to the mystery, some of the illustrations contained within have an uncanny resemblance to images from the natural world that would not be seen for hundreds of years after the manuscript's inception. Such as the illustration that looks remarkably similar to a galaxy, maybe our own Milky Way galaxy, and others that have a remarkable resemblance to plant cells, yet both the telescope and microscope were not invented until at least 200 years later. There are many aspects to this manuscript that are historically out of place and way ahead of their time, leading many to believe that the Voynich manuscript are the memoirs of an alien who was stranded upon planet Earth. This could also explain the alien-like language. Other theories from various scholars around the world include that the Voynich manuscript was written by medieval scientist Roger Bacon, or even by a young Leonardo da Vinci. But the carbon dating of the book puts its inception well out of the range of both of these men's lifetimes. And it has been thought by many that if we could crack the Voynich manuscript, we would unlock the secret to eternal youth, as many of the illustrations in the book seem to allude to this concept. Others say it's an alchemist's handbook and it contains hundreds of powerful alchemy recipes long lost to time. If you are a regular viewer of this channel, you know that we follow alchemy and one alchemist fairly closely in his attempts to recreate the homunculus from alchemical writings. And perhaps the most incredible aspect of the Voynich Manuscript is that upon examination under a microscope, there was not a single mistake or error across all 260 plus pages of this mysterious codex. There is not even one piece of evidence that suggests that a correction was made by the author. Considering that it contains many thousands of words written in a secret code, and some of the most complex, detailed, and beautifully illustrated drawings from a book of this time period, including a masterfully illustrated 6-page foldout, the fact that not a single mistake was made by the author is quite frankly unbelievable. In fact, it is superhuman. Today, it sits securely in the Voynich Rare Book and Manuscript Library, where it is undoubtedly the most mysterious book within the library's vast collection. Every few years, another learned scholar comes along and tries to decipher the book and unlock its secrets, but all have failed so far. So what do you guys think of the Voynich Manuscript? Do you think it's of alien origin? Do you think that it's written in code to hide the secrets that surely lie within? Or do you think it's written in a long-forgotten language once commonly used by man? Regardless of its origins, the mystery of what it says is one that will cause many men to stay awake at night dreaming of unlocking its secrets. So get in the comments section and let us know what you think of this strange and mysterious book. Tell the rest of the community your opinions on its origins. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And be sure to check back for our next video soon.